And we're recording? Yeah, maybe? I think so. Hello, hi, welcome to the great adventures of Erica in her reading of April, aka a reading vlog. Yes, a reading vlog that I am attempting for the month of April. My first update. Hello, great, this is fantastic. To get started, to make this less awkward, I feel so awkward right now. I don't know why. I'm currently sitting in my room on my bed. I've got my book. I've got, what do I've got? I've got my tea. I'm drinking this Tivana iced tea. It's pineapple, berry blue, herbal tea. You don't care. Anyway, I have just started Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames, a book that I've been so excited for. I wanted to tell you a little bit about this book before getting into my current thoughts on it, although I'm only on page 2, so not much to be said. But this book follows our main character, Clay Cooper. Now, Clay Cooper was once a part of this band of misfits, this crew of mercenaries. They were feared and renowned and just, you know, you didn't want to mess with them. And they were just the coolest of the cool. And they were they had this rock and roll-esque vibe to them. It's a fantasy, by the way, just in case you couldn't tell. But now Clay Cooper is older. The band is no longer together. You know, he's past his prime. They're all, I don't know if they're retired or not, but they're no longer together. But then one of his ex-bandmates returns or meets with Clay Cooper and then asks him, you know, hey, I need help. We need to get the band back together and we need to go and, I don't know, to go on a mission of some sorts. I don't know what the mission is, but that's all I got for a synopsis. But page 2, okay, the reason why I wanted to start now is because I wanted to read you this sentence from page 2. Only from page 2, and I'm already laughing. A helmet restricted your vision, all but negated your hearing, and more often than not, made you look stupid as hell. That made me chuckle. That made me laugh. I think I'm hooked. Just on page 2. So that is my update for tonight. I'm going to read for, I don't know, I think it's already 9 o'clock and I should be sleeping because I have to be at work by 7 tomorrow, but that's okay. I'm gonna read till probably 10, then go to bed, and then I will update you again tomorrow, maybe, if I remember. But yeah, okay, good night. Page 40, no, 41. The book is good, by the way. It's funny. Hello, hi, welcome to the next day. I'm on my lunch from work and I'm on page 40. That was a truck. I'm on page 41 of Kings of the Wild and I'm enjoying it, but I read something that made me cringe a little bit and I'm going to read that to you. Clay let out a breath he didn't know he'd been holding. Clay let out a breath he didn't know he'd been holding. Is this a young adult novel? Is this a YA book? What am I reading? Why is that a thing? No, stop it. Please stop it. Anyway, besides that, I am enjoying the book a lot. It's really funny. I like it a lot. The band is slowly getting back together, and these two characters are just kind of, they're funny, they're old, they're ridiculous, but I don't know, it's entertaining. I will keep you updated again later. I will give you an update later. What am I saying? Anyway, look where I'm at right now. It's a beautiful garden area that's pretty. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Bye.
Past me. I was like, oh my, I'm not gonna keep up with these guys. Let me go grab one.
Chris, they're not getting any cake. Hey, I'm recording you too. Oh.
Hi, hello, how are you? It is currently April 9th, and I realized I had a thought to myself, and that thought was, you haven't been vlogging, Erica. Get it together. So, yeah, I haven't shared with you my reading. I apologize. It's been kind of a busy week. I don't know. This last week, it was my birthday, and work was busy, and I went with my family to go see Pet Cemetery, which it was okay. It was okay. I enjoyed it, but it was just okay, you know, nothing special. I do like the twist that they did with one of the characters, which I don't want to spoil you, but would I recommend it? I think that's the thing here. Would I recommend it? If you like the story and would like to see a new version that's not really that unique, but it has an interesting twist, then yeah, sure, go watch it. Go watch it, but it's not going to be amazing. Just keep that in mind. What have I been reading? Okay, not much, unfortunately. I finished the audiobook of The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I want to share some thoughts on that real quick because wow, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The story's kind of all over the place, and I don't think there was enough detail into the world and the fae, the fairies, into who they are, how they look, all of these things. I wanted so much more from this world, and then the characters themselves, all of them were just so boring, and even the ones that had some sort of character were just, they weren't fleshed out enough. And our main character, she was just so angsty and annoying, and of course you have to feel for her because her parents were killed by the person that she's living with and blah blah blah, but you could just tell that there's going to be this romance with this other fairy character. His name's Carden, and he's complete butthole douchebag, but of course there's going to be a love-hate thing going on there. You could just tell. Obviously it sounds like I didn't like it, which I mean, I guess I didn't, but here's the thing. It was entertaining enough to where I kept listening, and I do want to see what happens next. So I gave it a 3 stars, and I'm gonna read the second book because it was gifted to me, so I will let you know how that goes when I get around to it this month. But that was The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it, but if you are a fan of young adult, give it a go. I'm 200 pages into Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames, and this is just brilliant. It is brilliant and hilarious and wonderful. If you are nervous into getting into fantasy and don't know where to start, I think this is the perfect place because it's very light and fluffy. I wouldn't say light because it is kind of inappropriate and gruesome here and there, but it's not too dense and it doesn't take itself seriously. It's kind of poking fun at fantasy in general. So I highly recommend this. I'm enjoying it so much. These characters are so ridiculous, and just some of them are pretty bad people, but it warms your heart reading about them and just their journey, and I just want all of them to have a happy ending. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it's so great. And to read from a perspective of characters that are so much older than in a typical fantasy, I don't know, it's just wonderful. I will talk more on my thoughts. I have to go. I'm leaving right now. I'm gonna go take pictures in, I'm not gonna tell you where, then you'll know where I live, but I'm gonna go take pictures with my boyfriend and go on a walk. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then when I get home, I will read more and I will update you again soon, I think. Okay, bye. Go, Teeny.
Happy birthday, dear Tina. Happy birthday to you.
It is around 8 in the morning on a Tuesday. It is currently, I think, the 16th of April, and I have barely finished my first book of the month, I think. Yeah. Well, I listened to an audiobook, but does that really count? Kind of counts. I don't know. Which is so sad. But the book was incredible and it was amazing, and that is Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. You all know that I've been reading this and I've been telling you my thoughts slowly, sort of, kind of. But I just finished it just like seconds ago. It was absolutely incredible. This book is just so close to perfect. The characters, the writing, everything was so funny and witty, and it was such a good time. And the story isn't anything special or unique, but it was just the way in which it was presented to the reader that just made it so heartwarming and enjoyable. And of course you have the characters, and the characters were just the heart of this book, and I couldn't recommend this enough. Kings of the Wild, so good. Clay Cooper as a narrator was just done so well, and I just like each of the members of the band. You have the wizard, Moog, I think is his name. He was just so he had such a tragic backstory, but he was just so funny and charming regardless. And then Gabe, who was just trying to find his daughter, you just were rooting for him. And then all the others, it's so good. It's so good. If you haven't read this, I highly recommend it. I really want to pick up the next book, which is called Bloody Rose. I have it. So I'm definitely going to read that next month. That's going to be a priority for me. Like I was saying before, it is Tuesday, and Tuesdays are my days off from work. So now I'm going to start a new book, and I'm going to read this for hours and hours until I leave later on to go visit my boyfriend, and then we'll just hang out for the afternoon. But for the rest of the morning, I'm going to be reading this, and I just bought this. This is not a part of my TBR. It is not something I plan to read. Well, I did want to, but I cracked and I bought this yesterday, and that is The Devouring Gray by Christine Lynn Herman. Now, this is a book that is huge on BookTube right now, okay? This is the main focus of BookTube hype at the moment. Everyone is talking about this. All the big booktubers made videos involving this book, I think, in sponsorship. So I really want to know what it is about this book that has people talking. I had heard about this previously from Nikki, XO Nikki, I believe is her YouTube channel name. She's wonderful and great. I love her channel. I'll link it down below. I heard about this forever ago in her anticipated reads, and it just sounded so good because it's supposed to be for fans of the Raven Boys and Stranger Things, and you say Stranger Things and I'm hooked. Give me the book. So I've been slowly anticipating this too, and I've been just really excited for it, and then finding out that it was out and at the bookstore. I saw it at the bookstore, so I bought it, and now I'm gonna read it, and hopefully it's good. I mean, it's young adult. I've been hearing really mixed reviews, but I'm really hoping it's at least fun and, you know, entertaining. And if I like it enough, I think I might post a book review just so I can talk about it more, because I'm really bad with this vlogging thing and I don't think I'm getting my thoughts across well enough. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the morning. I'm going to be reading The Devouring Gray, and I also have coffee right here. I've got my little cute new mug that I bought. So cute. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I will read some, and then I will check in with you in a couple hours to let you know what I'm thinking, how it's going, if I think you should read it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right, bye.